Hi, my name is Jason Sterlice, and I'm the instructor for this class, Physics 240, at James Madison University, Department of Physics and Astronomy, in the spring semester of 2021. This course is University Physics 1, Calculus-Based Physics. This class is taught in a flipped class format, which means even if it were not online, obviously we're starting the semester entirely online, but when we're not online, the flipped format means that I'll post lecture videos with demonstrations and drawings and animations and notes and equations, and you would be responsible for watching those lecture videos prior to coming to class. And then we would spend our class time together working on how to work problems and manipulate equations. And the reason that we do this is because the lecture is something you then have access to go back and watch a part a couple times through if it hasn't quite made sense to you. And then the part where we're working on the problems together is the time when I want to be most available to you, where you can say, am I doing this right? What is the next step? That sort of thing. So rather than the traditional I lecture, you go home, you work on the homework by yourself format, we do the flipped classroom. It's something we've been doing at JMU for several years. I trust that you are aware that attendance correlates really well with better learning and better performance, as does your attention to all assignments. I will be taking attendance, and I understand that you may have legitimate reasons to miss class on occasion, but obviously this eventually hurts your performance, so please do not miss class, especially if it's a situation where you just feel like you're behind and you're lost, and so maybe you don't go. I've certainly done that in classes when I was a student, and we all know that that doesn't actually work well. I'm going to trust that you're going to do these things the best that you can, and if circumstances come up that are going to be in the way of that, then that you'll talk to me about it. I'm also going to trust that you're not going to get down on yourself and be too tough on yourself if things are not going well. My whole purpose is to be here to help you understand this material, so if it's not going well, then the worst thing you could do is not talk to me about it. So please, that's what I'm here for. Right now I'd like to walk you through a little bit of how the course should work on a day-to-day basis. So what you'll want to do on a regular basis is log into Canvas and go to our class, and under modules you will see that each day that we're scheduled to meet is listed as its own module. And as the semester progresses, under each date I will add items including, for example, you see here Wednesday, January 20th, 2021. This text right here is just a placeholder for the video that I'm actually recording right now. So by the time you see it, it'll be linked right here. And lecture video 1 is linked right here. And for each of these items, the videos and any recommended reading, you'll want to watch them prior to that day. You will also find any quizzes or homework assignments that are assigned on that day will be listed under that day's modules. So for example, this assignment is given on Wednesday, January 20th, and it'll be due at a later date. These videos, however, are expected that you would watch prior to our class meeting on Wednesday, January 20th. And we can talk a little bit more about how that sort of thing works on the first day of class. I'd like to right now make sure that you see that there's also this tab called Course Resources, this module, I'm saying. So under Course Resources, you'll see that we have a link to our textbook. Our textbook is an online free textbook called OpenStax University Physics Volume 1. You can get a print copy of this by contacting OpenStax. I believe they would charge you $50, but I would recommend only using it online. It's completely free to you. This textbook is going to have much better explanations than things like Yahoo Answers or Wikipedia for any of the topics that we're talking about. And the homework will be found in the end of each chapter under additional problems, challenge problems, that sort of thing. So the homework assigned for the course will be found on this OpenStax website. Another thing that you can find in the Course Resources module is Gradescope. Hopefully you received an email today from Gradescope telling you that you've been added to the class. So you would go to Gradescope. It is also free. you would go to Physics 240 Spring 2021, and that's where you will upload the work for each of your assignments. And you can do your work on paper, pen and paper, or on a whiteboard. You can work it out on a computer if you choose to, and save it as a PDF, but you'll upload to Gradescope a picture or PDF of your work, and that's how it's turned into me. And again, both OpenStax and Gradescope are free. I'd like to also point out that the JMU Science and Math Learning Center is here for free tutoring, and I definitely encourage you to check out the Science and Math Learning Center if you're struggling in any of your science or math courses. The JMU 2021 Spring Final Exam schedule is here for all of your classes. I linked it for your own use for your other classes. Our final exam is the date will actually be listed in the syllabus, which you can find here. But on a day-to-day basis, this is where you want to be, in the modules section of our Canvas page, and that's where you'll find everything that I'm asking you to do. Okay, that was just a quick overview of the sites that we'll be using the most, Canvas and OpenStax, and a little mention of Gradescope. Last few items, I will hold office hours via WebEx several times a week. I can meet with you by appointment, in person once that's allowed, or by WebEx. I definitely encourage you, like I said, to check out the Science and Math Learning Center if you can. The tutors there are well-trained and very engaging. And I'm looking forward to a great semester. I hope you are as well. Please be safe. Watch Canvas announcements for information coming about this course and other courses. And then be sure to watch each day's lecture videos prior to coming to class that day. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that on Wednesday. See you then.